What's going on, guys? We're about to check out Brett Cooper. Man, she's super dope. I appreciate her content, and it seems like you guys like when I react to it as well. But first, before we react to her breaking down the whole Shane Gillis and Bud Light situation, don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and check out her channel afterwards, especially if you don't want to hear me interrupting and giving my opinion the whole time. But that's what we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Hit the like button, share the video. Appreciate you guys.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So I think we all remember the Bud Light controversy of April 2023. It has been nearly a year, but it still feels pretty fresh in my mind because we talk about it all the time. Like when a friend of mine goes up to the bar and orders Bud Light, I still cringe. I still want to make fun of them. But also I have other friends who I know will never drink a Bud Light.
I ain't going front. Yeah, kinda. Mind you, I don't really care what someone does in their personal life, but I don't like when these big corporations try to manipulate smaller communities or any community in general just to sell something. I know it's business. I know it is what it is, but you don't got to give up your morals to be a capitalist. I truly believe that. I believe you can be a capitalist and not have nasty morals, right? I'm a businessman. I'm doing my business. I'm small, but I'm going to step it up. I'm going to step within this year and time to come. Watch, I'm going to slowly start stepping up. I want to be the motivation for not only me to step it up, but all my supporters. We all going to step it up. All of us. They ain't going to see what's coming. Bang gang. We watch. We grinding. Watch. All of us, we stepping it up. Don't move Brett to the side. We stepping it up. We grinding this year.
Light again, they have vowed to continue the boycott as long as they live. Has Bobby started drinking Bud Light again? One of my producers, guys, Bobby, I mean, this man shed real tears when the Dylan Mulvaney beer came out because he was like, I can't go without it. We should ask him. We're going to live text this. After nearly a year of being the butt of basically every single
I'm not a beer drinker.
joke, one man might be able to save the Bud Light brand, and that is Shane Gillis. We're going to talk about that today. Before we do, though, you people need to subscribe.
Hey, check her out. If you haven't been subscribed, you need to. I highly suggest Lady Ben. I mean, Brett, y'all did that. My live stream, y'all made. I'm gonna take responsibility. I don't care if they said it and I thought it was funny. I said it. It was me.
Talk about the latest news. Let's just go back in time to May of 2023 on the Joe Rogan podcast when he and Shane Gillis, who by the way is a huge Bud Light fan. This man drinks Bud Light all the time, sells it at his shows, huge fan. And they were discussing what would happen to the Bud Light brand post Dylan Mulvaney meltdown and what their ideas would be in order to save the brand. Okay, let's watch.
Do you think Bud Light's going to bounce back?
Yeah,
I think so. I think they will with your help.
I think the story is.
I think Bud Light needs to just send me $50,000. Just hire Chuck Norris.
Just give him a case.
Give me $20. Hire Chuck Norris.
Well, then you better stop saying numbers. Better cut that out.
1,000 Bud Lights every weekend. Yeah, Kid Rock. They should hire Kid Rock to be the spokesman. That's a lot. No, go the other way.
We talked about it last night. That would be the best.
We too bad. We can't say the whole commercial. The whole commercial idea.
30-second Kid Rock commercial. Let him go fucking nuts. 1 second before the end, Shane just comes in and goes, and me.
Yeah, there you go.
Basically, what I got from that clip is that
I'm not a fan of that other comedian. I used to be. That's the sad part. Damn it. I used to love his edgy humor, man. I used to watch this DVD. I say used to 1,000 times. Me and my friends would watch this DVD or VHS, whatever. I remember we had to call and order it, right? And we was mad hype because they were advertising like banned from TV. Crazy, so crazy that no one plays it. Theaters don't even play. I'm like, what? And we went and saw it, and he was in it. And he had like a bunch of skits that was just off the hook, bro. That we would be cracking up. You know, my friends in the hood, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, we had a real dark sense of humor. But see, a lot of the stuff that he did was like, right? That one comedian, let me just I think his name is Ari Shafir. Don't quote me. Maybe it is. Let me know in the comment section on live chat. Right? Let me know. But yeah, fam, he drugged his friend because he thought it would be funny. Mind you, he was in his friend's house while his friends were watching the kids. He did that, and now that was disgusting. And also, I don't like how Bobby Lee plays victim in the situation between those two, but he went way too far with Bobby. He just attacked him. Like someone took his girlfriend right? Or like, stole your girlfriend, someone who's more successful. And he felt like Bobby had a hand in it. Bobby kind of did once the full story came out. But his reaction to it was to take it all out on Bobby physically. And I think that was too much. Especially if I'm not going to describe it because I want this video to get, don't want this video to get demonetized. But he went way too far. But yeah, I don't really rock with him after that. Right. And once again, Bobby wasn't innocent. And I don't want to judge people too crazy for their past. But I haven't seen any sign of him being sorry for it.
The end Shane just comes in and goes, and me.
yeah, there you go.
Basically, what I got from that clip is that everybody should just hire Joe Rogan to do their marketing because he comes up with great, fantastic things during a random 30-second clip of his podcast. Anyway. So I have my document up, guys, where I have all of my links and all the comments that I want to read. And one of my producers just wrote in it, Bobby says, absolutely not. You heard it here. My producer, Bobby, is still boycotting. We'll see if he changes his mind after this episode. Anyway, so back to the point. After the whole Bud Light firestorm, Kid Rock was blasting Bud Light physically with guns. Bud Light fired their VP of marketing and they got rid of basically anyone who was involved with the decision to feature Dylan Mulvaney with the brand, aka their advertising agency, where I place most of the blame because they are super lib. Their stocks plummeted. And just in general, things were not looking good for the company. Their public perception was absolutely terrible. People were so angry at them because they had completely abandoned their core audience. And to my knowledge,
they was wilding. They was wild.
They never apologized for pissing off 99% of their fan base, and I think that they thought that time could just heal these wounds. But that didn't happen like they expected. Now,
they was more concerned about getting a new fan base rather than respecting their old.
Now, they tried to fix things with men and their consumers when they featured Travis Kelce in one of their latest commercials, but that also didn't go over well because he's cucked by Pfizer, and NFL fans apparently think that he is the most annoying player on planet Earth. So that also just did not help. And this whole time, as they have tried and failed to bring the company back with various commercials and ads, there has been an ongoing discourse online trying to determine if Bud Light is even worth saving or whether it could even be redeemed at all. And a lot of this was brought to a head when the news broke that Dana White and the UFC had accepted a huge Bud Light sponsorship. Just watch this.
I know Bud Light got hammered over one.
I am not a Dana White fan. I don't think he respects fighters enough. He only respects the fighters that allow him to get his certain things off of his big corp. But I'm a huge MMA fan and I respect what he's done with some of the things with the sport. I can't front. Without him, it wouldn't have been really as big as it was. And I've been a day one MMA fan. I used to sneak to the library and go online and do a bunch of stuff to get to certain websites where I could watch like full MMA matches, right? Before anyone. Like, I really enjoyed like just competition martial arts. So yeah, I can admit he's done a lot with the UFC, but I'm not really a fan of him. I feel like he disrespects fighters so much, bro. So much. Why don't you get in there one time? Like, how come you didn't get in there with Tito Ortiz? How you gonna ban Tito Ortiz from the stadium and he was somebody's coach, bro? That's an unfair handicap. Someone's head coach couldn't even come in the gym and coach their fighter because you don't like him?
Thing that they did. But when you look at the company as a whole and what they stand for and what they believe in, and when you talk about what somebody believes in and what they stand for, look at what they've done. 65,000 Americans are employed at Anheuser-Busch. They spend almost $1 billion a year with U.S. farmers. A big majority of their employees are vets. They spent $44 million over the last several years taking care of fallen first responders, families, military families, of soldiers who have fallen.
Right around that time, he also did an interview with Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson kind of pushed back on that sponsorship. And he was saying, wait, I'm supposed to be boycotting Bud Light and you're getting sponsorships from them. Like, this doesn't make sense.
They are way more aligned with you than most of these other beer companies are. That I guarantee you.
Dana was saying, you obviously have not worked as closely with beer brands as I have. If you knew all of these brands, you would know that Bud Light is the one that is most aligned with us. This is who I want to be working with. Like, he is staunch in this opinion. I mean, listen, props to Bud Light for pulling that off, for getting the sponsorship, because that is very obviously a financial win for them. If you guys want a financial win, you need to make life insurance part of your financial planning this year.
Yo, she is good. She is good. Her transition, and I don't think I'm not taking notes once I start getting little sponsorships. Man, her transition game is A1 for sure. For sure. Shout out to Brett Cooper. Go and check out her channel to watch the full video uninterrupted by me.
save. Again, that is policygenius.com/Cooper. It should seriously be a no-brainer. You don't need to be conflicted about that at all. But again, people online were very, very conflicted, and a lot of people were very angry that he took the sponsorship. One person.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not joking. She is good. Maybe I'm overdoing it because from a creator standpoint and me being in the media game, I'm noticing like, whoa, some dope ass transitions. She's getting in it. Yo, fair, that's dope.
And said you were either gay or straight. You can't go gay for a bit and then go straight again. Bud Light did themselves in. I won't drink it again. Sorry. Somebody else had a totally different opinion and said that's what makes America great.
Hey, whatever you want to do, that's up to you. I don't decide anything for anyone. I'm a pirate. I'm all for freedom. No, I'm talking about, right? I got no hate or disdain for any community. Man, I got fans and supporters that's part of the alphabet. What's up? So how you doing? I see you, man. Respect. Respect. No hate. No hate. Love. Did I do it right? Love. Love. I'm over here like a Teletubby. Love. My bad.
Great freedom, drink whatever you want, support whoever you want, obviously. Somebody else said his check from them must have cleared, obviously, because he got a sponsorship. Another commenter said Bud Light claimed the marketing strategy flew under the radar and was not brought to their board. Dana is right. 65,000 Americans y'all want jobless. And that is a good point. And like I said at the beginning, I do place most of the blame on their advertising agency that they hired and that VP of marketing that obviously was working with the ad agency who was doing her whole spiel about how, women need to be involved with the beer industry and they need to expand their audience. Like, I think that they handled the people who made the decision. The people up top might not have known. So I think that that is a fair assumption. Again, I don't know the details, but
make it more known. Make it more known. Right? And put that blame out, bro.
But that seems reasonable in my opinion. Now, Matt Walsh was one of the biggest supporters of the boycott and has consistently reported on this story and others like it. And he says, no, they should not be redeemed. Back in December, when all of this was happening with Dana White, he said, Bud Light is the one time in modern history when conservatives have staged an effective boycott against a major corporate brand. If we back away from this victory now, it will show that we have learned nothing and don't want to win. Not going to happen. Boycott continues. He also said this shouldn't even be a conversation. Bud Light is a brand owned by a foreign conglomerate that tried to push trans ideology and is now paying.
See, I got mixed feelings on this. When I'm going to boycott, and I'll go as far as me not going to a store, me not using a service. I'm not telling no one else what to do. I'm not trying to tell somebody else what to do with their money. Like, buy whatever if you like Bud Light, buy it. Right? And also, it shouldn't have anything to do with any kind of community, including the alphabet, right? Or I'm not caping. I'm just saying, like, I don't care about that. My problem with what they did with Dylan was actually more in defense of the alphabet community. I don't like seeing these big corporations use small communities to sell stuff. I hate it. I hate it. Grinds my gears. Black Lives Matter burger? Are you insane? We're not even talking about how trash Black Lives Matter is. What? The Black History Month burger? How about to make me rant about Black History Month? I swear. Let's keep going. I should do it, right?
There's absolutely no legitimate reason to back them or let off the gas. They deserve everything that happened to them. Now, similarly, others said Dana White telling me that Bud Light is a brand for men is like pissing on my leg and telling me that it's raining. Somebody else said, also, guys like Kid Rock and Dana White need to learn that they don't have nearly the level of influence that they think they do. They really believe this whole boycott was because of them, LMAO. Show them how wrong and self-righteous they are. Now, obviously, I understand where these people are coming from, and I think that a large majority of conservatives still hold this opinion and are sticking with the boycott, just like my producer, Bobby. But a lot of people in Matt's comments were also bringing up people like Don Jr., more Dana White, and even Kid Rock, who have all resumed buying and promoting Bud Light. And on that subject, in an interview, Kid Rock said that at the end of the day, when you step back and look at it, yeah, they deserved a black eye and they got one. Yes, it was a mistake.
Do I want to hold their head underwater and drown them because they made a mistake? No, I think they got the message. Like, hopefully other companies get it too. But, at the end of the day, I don't think the punishment that they've been getting at this point fits the crime. It's like, I would like to see people.
I respect it. But they're like, yeah, fam, like, you gonna keep on punishing them? Like, dang. Like, nah. Forget all the years of good service you've done. We're gonna ruin you for. All right, come on, bro. That's crazy. For one moment, yeah. let people, if people want to buy the damn beer, let them buy the beer, right? I'm not going to tell people to hate them forever, right? So, if they're doing the same things repeatedly, then obviously you don't want to be taken advantage of as a fan. But I'm not telling people what to do. Like, watch whatever you want to watch.
Get
do
us
what
back
you
on
want
board
to do. Drink whatever you want to drink.
That's the America I want to live
Well, it's
in.
better to improve than destroy. Yeah.
So he obviously thought that they should be punished. They did get punished. The boycott was effective. He obviously thinks they need to come back better, stronger, reevaluate their values so that Americans can get back on board with Bud Light. Now, all of this brings us to yesterday, January 30th, when Shane Gillis, the comedian, posted this on his Instagram. That's the guy from the original Joe Rogan clip. And this is a picture of him at the Bud Light headquarters at the big Bud Light brewery. And he said, I'm excited to announce a partnership with Bud Light. Hashtag Bud Light partner. And then if you see at the top, it says a paid partnership with Bud Light. Well, would you look at that? They finally did it. They might have finally found the person to save their brand. And this is a huge, drastic switch from partnering with the likes of Dylan Mulvaney less than a year ago to the incredibly politically incorrect and hilarious Shane Gillis. Now, the mainstream media immediately got hold of this story and the articles started running. My favorite was this. Bud Light partners with right-wing comic fired for racist comments. He got fired off of SNL, which means that he's actually funny. Comedian Law.
Yeah, I remember that because he did a joke. Yeah, SNL been trash, bro. That's why they garbage. Because when you got actually funny people, you want to cancel them.
Lost his job at Saturday Night Live before he even started, and he has also made homophobic comments and jokes. Oh, heaven forbid. But guys, this is literally a 180. From Dylan Mulvaney, the leader of the social media trans movement, to Shane Gillis, who gets in trouble for making homophobic jokes on a daily basis during his shows. So obviously, now people are asking, maybe things really are changing for the better over it.
Or they're using small communities to take advantage again. It's a possibility, but does it matter if a community that you're in is benefiting from it as well, right? So I guess if you had to classify Shane Gillis, wouldn't he be in the anti-woke community, right? Anti-cancel culture community. So now they're using the anti-cancel culture community to save their brand, which, because I don't believe in like continuously attacking someone for one mistake, I don't see nothing wrong with it. It is them using them, but if it's a mutually beneficial use, then it's nothing to complain about.
For Bud Light, they're doing something bold. They're hiring an edgy comedian who actually drinks Bud Light and loves the brand and is part of their core audience. Crazy. Maybe they're actually paying attention to their demographic and pleasing them rather than bashing them. Because Dylan Mulvaney failed. Even Travis Kelce, an NFL player, failed. But Shane Gillis and the UFC, they might have actually figured it out. They might have found what their core consumers actually pay attention to. Now,
because if you think about it, anything else would have been them just being in their ego with your business. So yeah, of course, and I still think, yeah, it's them using them, but it's the same thing with any kind of contract or any agreement. If you're an actor in a movie, you're being used for the movie company. Same way you're using the movie company, you're smart. For your career or for the check, right? Is service. Is what it is. Fair trade, right? I just felt like that the Dylan thing was different. That was clear. Come on, bro. This is good marketing and a good business move. The Dylan thing was just a nasty tactic that they got exposed for sure. For sure.
Shane Gillis's comment section has been all over the place. Sense. People don't quite know how to feel. One guy said, one sec, I got to ask Ben Shapiro if I'm supposed to be mad at this. I'm sorry. Ben is too busy being #1 globally on iTunes to answer your question. In their darkest hour, they turned to the one man that could save them.
Amen.
Literally a Bud Light loyalist. Another commenter said, a lot of fragile boys in here. I came in and said, wow, a lot of fragile boys in here.
What a big room this is. I walked in here. I said, wow, what a big room.
Somebody said, Bud Light is trying so hard not to be gay. They certainly are. Also, that's an unfortunate name, Mike Cox.
Hey,
for you. And other people in his comment section were actually mad. One person said, paying people that we like doesn't cover up for their sins. Another person said, your daily reminder, folks, everyone is for sale. But here's the thing. Obviously, Shane Gillis is getting paid for this. It is a paid partnership. But he has literally been asking for a Bud Light sponsorship for years.
If they were smart, they would send Shane a Bud Light with his face on it too. Yeah. Say, we love everybody.
Well, the can's not big enough to fit his face.
That's the only way he could be truly, fully independent or in agreement with that one comment as if he doesn't take any sponsorship and does everything on himself. Which, in all honesty, that's goals. I would, man, what? If I could just be self-sufficient and make my own everything so I'm sponsoring myself. Man, I would stand on that fully. I promise you. let me get to a level where I could just sell myself, which I'm doing now, but let me get to a level where it's sufficient, to where it's like my own. Man, I'm not doing nothing. No sponsorships, no ads, just straight raw, bro, because the fans deserve it. Sign up for my Patreon. Shoot, my Patreon get up to a certain level. I'm on the same type of timing. My Patreon's as low as $1 though. But yeah, my Patreon get enough of a following. Fan. Yeah, y'all gonna get that raw.
It's true.
It's a big rap. You could put like
that real rap raw.
Like this man is obsessed with Bud Light. It is his favorite beer. He talks about it in his shows. He talks about it in his specials. He brings it to drink while he's on stage, while he's doing interviews. He stood by them during the boycotts, was saying Bud Light's not dead. I'm still drinking it. I mean, less than ideal, but still, he's a loyalist. He loves the brand. He objectively is a perfect fit. Like, guys, we all deserve this kind of commitment in our lives.
Do you think this will make news that you're drinking Bud Light?
We all deserve this kind of... Shorty said we all deserve this kind of commitment in our life.
Have they abandoned you?
They never reached out. I would have been a nice.
You might be the only guy to turn it around because you haven't abandoned them.
I'll never leave.
But you're very America. You know, this is a strong stance to really keep buying what you enjoy, despite the obvious controversy that's going to come.
Yeah.
Good for you, Shane Gillis. You're a hero.
He's a hero for never abandoning his best friend, which is a Bud Light beer. Also, we're going to have to cut this song because of copyright issues, but I just want you all to know that underneath that clip, it's Mariah Carey's Hero. So just imagine as he's saying that he will never abandon Bud Light. It just, chef's kiss. Like, guys, the point is...
I get it. And I actually respect it. I'm that type too, where it's like, man, if I rock with something, I don't care. Right? Because if I felt like that, I'd have been stopped messing with Ye, and I'm a day one Ye fan. Right? If I stop messing with somebody, it's because I decided, not because the masses decided. So I rock with Ye. Shout outs to Yeezy, day one fan, mixtapes. That's facts. And people used to make fun of me because I used to dress like Ye before he was famous. This is fact. I really rocked with him, bro. I really enjoyed everything he was doing. He was different as hell. But yeah, I'm loyal to who I'm a fan of. That's facts. It would take me making my own personal decision to not rock with them.
Like that this is a man compromising his values for the brand. Like half of his bloodstream is the brand by now because of how much Bud Light he has been drinking for his whole life. So the question really is, should consumers follow his lead? Because in this climate, which is very uncharted territory, because Matt Walsh is right, we have never done this before. We have never been successful with a boycott. What does a brand actually need to do if it is ever going to be redeemed in our eyes post-boycott? Like, will they just fall and other brands will replace it? Are we just doing the parallel economy? Or can they and will they ever come back? Like, had Bud Light made a more direct acknowledgement, maybe an apology about this mistake, about the Dylan Mulvaney snafu and the way that they had strayed from their customers and their core values, I think people might be more inclined to give them a second chance. But they didn't do that. So do we need to do like the libs and make them go, listen and learn? I don't know. But with the UFC and Shane Gillis now standing next to them, backing them, they might not have to do that. So let me know your thoughts on this below, what it would take for a brand to redeem themselves. I'm genuinely interested because, like I said, this is all new. We've never done this before. It's uncharted territory.
Yeah, shout outs to Brett Cooper. Check out her channel as soon as you can. Subscribe if you haven't. But yeah, it would take them to just keep doing what they have to do. That's as far. In so many different variations, you can make the comparison. Think about it with YouTubers. If there's a YouTuber that did something they get canceled or you don't like and you stop watching them, it would take them just to continue doing good content, bro. Really. Right? And eventually people, if you're doing what you're doing, you're standing on what you're standing on, you're not sleazy, people are going to have to just accept the fact that they might disagree with you sometimes. That's what it is, bro. And that's why I really appreciate my fans and supporters, because they can admit that, hey, sometimes BX be saying some stuff that I'm like, yeah, nah, it sound crazy, but at least he's being true to himself. He's being real. He's being honest. He ain't lying, right? I just might not agree, but he ain't lying, right? And I can respect that. But thank you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Watch more videos.